biscuit. Hello, dear. How lovely to have you back. We've missed the silly girl, haven't we, dear? Have the audience.
I've missed you. I've missed you too, Jonathan.
Yes,
a lot.
Not the same without you.
I
Viv dies on every week without you.
I know. I mean, do you know what? I've got to thank that man. He's done an absolutely sterling job, and yeah, I mean, lots of love to V for looking after me spot.
And if you're watching Richard Muirhead, happy birthday to you, dear boy.
Happy birthday, Richard Muirhead, and happy birthday, Adamant.
Richard Muirhead I have known since he was 5 and I was 11. So, and as I'm now 66, that will tell you how old he is.
Oh, I've loved Adamant since I was 7. Let's just put it that way.
Oh dear, now you make me feel old, dear.
He was 71 on Tuesday, I believe. Wait, no, Monday. 71 on Monday.
Well, I took my aging mother-in-law, who at the time was 85, I think. I took her to see Adamant about 10 years ago. And good evening, Simon. How are you, dear boy?
He's realigning his scope. Nico, I've missed you too, you know.
Nico, that sounds incredibly dirty.
Nico, I'll message you privately. Sorry, I've got a question to ask him. Personal.
What about his scope?
Not about his scope, no. Losing their sideburns and reddish brown feathers given away to light grey.
Look who's here.
Oh, bless her.
She's refusing to look at the camera now.
So I have been busy while I've been away. I haven't been sort of just resting on my laurels. Mind you, I'm trying to rest on my laurels now because I think I've got a hairline fracture in my foot and tendonitis.
How the bloody hell did you do that, you silly coot?
I did that in the catacombs of Paris.
Oh, for God's sake.
Climbing up those spiral staircases was just like, yeah. It was a hard job. But you couldn't
make this shit up.
I know. And you sent me some homework. You said go and find the pond. Well,
Yeah.
it's actually a well in the catacombs. And I found it and I took pictures of it, especially for you. And I brought them with me tonight
Oh, thank you.
to show you. It's not as spectacular as you think it is. Oh, Rab's seen this bit in. Hello, Rab.
Who?
Robert.
Oh, Robert. Oh, ignore me.
Haven't seen
Ignore
Rab's
me. Ignore me.
ages.
I'm being a bit slow at the moment, boys and girls. Oh, Ian, dear boy.
Oh, bless him.
You ought to see what he looks like, poor bastard.
Do you know what? He looks beautiful. Just get well soon, Ian.
Send him the Ian, dear. Send her the picture.
And also, can I just say a get well soon to Kathy Osterholt in the USA. She hasn't been very well lately, so I want to send her some healing vibes as well.
Of course, we can do healing vibes, can't we?
Yeah, Ian and Kathy at the minute.
And
Hello,
there's
Nettie.
Nettie.
Hi, Nettie.
First one.
Yeah, you're okay. It's not moist. It's fine.
Who do you think you are? Fucking Elvis.
Yeah. Oh dear. So yeah, I've been to France since I last saw you.
Da-dum, ba-dum, dum, 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 da, da-dum.
And I've written a lot more in my book. So that looks at the early part of next year, which will be a publication. And I went to a gig. That's what I've been doing.
And I'm assuming it was a new royal family of wild nobility.
We are the family.
Hey, we certainly are, my dear. We certainly are.
He did sing a song which was called "I Saw a Lady and She Was Naked." That was pretty good.
That's that's called Lady, and it was the B-side of the re-recorded version of Car Trouble.
Yeah, you know your stuff.
So I've been writing about this shit for years.
Do you know what surprised me? Now, I didn't think this fellow was still alive, but I swear on my life, I saw a gentleman who looked about the right age and looked exactly like him. Now, I forget his first name. His surname is Freeman, and he was associated with Freddie Mercury and Queen. It's not John Freeman. I forget the name.
It's not Richard Freeman.
It is not Richard Freeman.
Because he fucking hates Queen.
No, there was a guy who was involved with the management of the band.
The only Freeman I know in music business is Robert Freeman, the photographer. But he was too old for that.
He'd be in his 80s now, this
Oh,
man.
then
And
maybe.
yeah,
Robert Freeman was the guy who took a lot of the iconic pictures of the Beatles. So it would make him the right sort of age.
do a gig right up for John's Mag. I always do one when I see a band. I could do.
Yes, please.
I've even got some pictures that I could send for his mag. But
Well, bloody get on with it and do it, woman.
I must say, Toya Wilcox, who supported him, was absolutely bloody fantastic. So,
It's
yeah.
a mystery. It's a mystery.
So if you get a chance to catch up with either or, do so. You'll have a good time. I mean, I love Adamant. I'm a die-hard fan of his anyway. But I'm not really a fan of Toya's, but she actually did surprise me. So yeah, it was a really good night.
I'm always amazed that Toya is married to Robert Fripp of King Crimson, because that is not a couple that one would think of.
Let me just quickly Google his picture, and I'll tell you if it was him.
Oh, it's so nice to have you on board, Natty, dear.
No, it's not him.
Dear Natty, it's lovely to have you here.
She is
No.
lovely, it is. Oh, by the way, for people watching who don't know, Nettie's show starts up again this Thursday at 8 o'clock on this network. So tune in if you can. It's good laughs. Good. It's a good show.
Yes, I was a guest on it once upon a time, and that was great fun.
Yeah, she is good. So, do you want to see this picture? Let me just see if I can get it up first, because I'm a bit rusty. I've not done this.
Well, I would never say that on live television.
Oh, well, at this sharing of pictures and things, it's been a
No.
while.
I mean, I would never say, let's see if I can get it up on a live video.
Well, that's just your dirty mind.
Yes.
Dirty, dirty mind.
Yes, that's why you love me, dear.
It is, yes. Where are we? We're here. Woo. Right, I've got to find myself now, because I did message some pictures to myself, not a lot, just a few, to share with you, so you can see what I've been doing.
I'm agog with anticipation here.
Agog?
Yes, agog.
Agog? Not
Agog.
agog.
No. There's Gog, Magog, and Agog. And I'm talking complete nonsense, and here we go. Yay!
So there he is in all his glory, 71 years old.
Don't step on an ant, he's done nothing to you. Ba-dumpity dumpy dumpy dump like a balloon.
Oops, I've gone the wrong way. Hang on.
That's a nice picture of you.
So that's me with a wall of bones and skulls.
Can you do me a favour and send that one to me? Because I have a picture I use of you each week in the show when I talk about the last Wednesday show.
Oh, okay.
I always use the one that's from your Facebook page, but I prefer to use that one. That looks much more atmospheric.
And then this is your pond, which is the well.
I thought that was a guitar.
No, and there it is in all its glory there.
Jeez.
So there are steps. There are steps that go either side of it, and they have the bones either side as well. But that was a well that was dug, and they put goldfish in there.
I wonder if there is another pond somewhere in the darker bits that you can't get to.
Yeah, but that was where they put 2 goldfish in there, and they went blind apparently, and they used the goldfish. I don't think they even were gold anymore, or orange in colour. I think they said that they used the goldfish to forecast the weather above ground. Apparently, how they do that? No idea how they do that.
Well, I know that there's a fish called a weather loach, which can be used to forecast the weather. It will swim to the top of its tank if it's going to rain.
Oh, right, okay. So here is...
My stepdaughter Olivia was always fascinated by, back when she was about 16, she used to spend hours watching my weather loach to see if she could find out what the weather would be like. And I told her you could go to the Met Office website, and she just sort of hissed at me and said that I didn't understand.
Here is a wall of some skulls and bones, and you'll see on the top of this picture, normally when you walk past it, you don't really see what's over the top, but they use the leg bones and the bigger bones to create the nice patterns with the skulls, and the other bones get thrown behind. So all your ribs and all your hand, fingers and all that are behind. But it took a long time for them to decorate the catacombs. Like you can see, there's rows and rows of walls like it. They were telling me that there are 6 million bodies underneath in the tunnels here. Well, this is just part of it, and only 3 million live above ground. And some of these are from the revolution, some are from the graveyards, because they'd run out of space basically, and so the catacombs started life as a quarry. And Louis the 16th, I think it was, had decided that, you know, we got to do something, because the weight above ground collapsed. One of the houses fell through into the quarry. So they decided that they were going to make safe the quarry, and then all the graves above ground, the graveyards, were so full, they decided that they were going to take up the bones from the graves by night on carts and reinter them in the quarry. And this is how the catacombs started. So at night, like, the people were digging up the graves, loading the bodies on carts, covering it over with a black cloth apparently, and then bringing them down here to the catacombs. So that I thought was quite interesting. There's nothing gory or nasty about the catacombs at all. So
when did they stop doing it? I mean, let me put that again. What's the most recent bones in the catacombs?
there are no recent bones. I think they're now being buried above ground again.
Yeah,
now.
But when did this stop?
I think all I can remember them talking about when I was asking, they were saying that I think it was in the 17th century. In the 17th century, there was a part of the catacomb where they built this really lovely, it looks like a bowl, and they had musicians of the day go down there, a quintet, and they even gave concerts down there. It was not deemed anything bad. Do you know what I mean? It was. Let me stop sharing this for a sec, and I'll come back. Yeah, it was. It's quite a nice feeling down there. I went to the part where the tourists go. I didn't go with the cataphiles or anything like that. I do plan to do that at some stage. But I will be going back there to see the other sides of it, where the bodies are just put there. They're not arranged like the pictures I've just shown you.
Golly.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to find the date they stopped putting things there, because I find this completely and utterly fascinating.
It has like sparked something in me again, like with the paranormal stuff. I want to go back, but I want to see the other side of it. Now, I have to say here, first and foremost, it is illegal. Cataphiles, or the urban explorers, we would call them. It is illegal. The police do patrol down there, but there's an unwritten thing where the police would rather the cataphiles go in there, because if they see something bad or untowards, they do report it to the police. So it's a bit weird, the relation with the cataphile and the police the officers over there. It's it's a weird thing.
That's fantastic. And in all these years, only one person has ever died down there.
Yes. There was a man who went down there. He got lost. Apparently, they buried his body on the spot that they found him dead. That I have seen in films and things. But yeah, they actually did bury him in the spot where he died. And the other thing as well, which I find pretty amazing, and you'd have to search for it on the internet, but there is the cataphiles that go down there that know the tunnels, because it goes all over Paris. It's huge. You can get lost down there. But there is a throne made of human bones that you can sit on. And it's a big thing with these cataphiles to find the throne and to sit on it before leaving and coming back up above ground again.
And the answer to my question is 1859.
1859, okay. But yeah, it's an amazing thing. It's not a bad thing. People say that
Archie says anywhere with 6 million bones, this should be very good. Except he thinks it should be called a dogacombs, not a catacombs.
The thing is, people think that it's very macabre and it's nasty and it's this and it. Do you know what? There's nothing bad with it at all. I mean, these bones are so old. I think that it's nice that something like that has been done, and public can go down there and see it and ask questions, and it's part of French history,
Well, I think it's one of the things that we've got wrong as a society, that in every school, kids are taught sex education and religion and relationship education. Well, some people never have relationships and some people never have sex, but everyone is going to die, and everybody knows somebody who's going to die. It's everybody at some point in their life will be touched by death, and I think we should have death education.
Yeah, that would be helpful. Yes, I mean, I know this Martin Lewis has been campaigning for having financial. What are they calling it? It's like a financial understanding and knowing how to deal with money, and they're bringing that into the schools. I think you've hit a point, and yes, we should be looking at things like this, and even if they slip it into the history, because we all get taught history at school. But they don't want to. They don't want to show you things like this. But they'll gladly show you a mummy and talk about ancient Egypt. It's a weird thing. But
sorry, Archie was being very, very inquisitive. He hasn't done one of these for ages.
Hello, Archie boy. He'd love it down there. Lots of bones to chew on.
The last month I've been doing the Wednesday shows downstairs because I've been on my computer doing all the stuff on StreamYard I can't do on my iPad. But now you're back, I must go to bed early with the dog, and
it's nice, isn't it?
Oh, it's very nice.
Well, I went to the Chateau de Versailles.
Oh yeah.
While I was in France, and I saw things that I could not believe. Anyone that knows me on here knows that I'm very outspoken. Can't help it. Sometimes I'm a bit thick. Can't help that either. But
no, well, we put up with it, don't we, boys and girls?
I went to the Chateau of Versailles, and this is before I even went into the house. I was in the grounds, and we went round on a buggy, and thank God that I did, because we would not have seen as much as we did if we tried to walk it. And
it's bloody enormous, isn't it?
It is huge. They've got palaces at the bottom of their garden, which is miles away, by the way, and other housing where Marie Antoinette went when she had an argument with the old man indoors. And then the love palace that they've got down there. Never mind the the fountains made of cast bronze, gold leaf, the water gardens with waterfalls and shells, and just to have a little party, and where the quartet, the bands, the fiddlers, musicians can sit while they dance in the middle by the waters. It's just absolutely ridiculous, right? So I'm thinking, yes, this is lovely. It's all very well. It's a royal palace. I get that. It's a royal gardens. I get that. Our kings and queens haven't got anything like this. So I'm thinking back to the time when she was alive and Louis XIV was alive and the peasants were starving. And then I get into the chateau itself. Everything is gold, all the paintings on the walls, floors, ceilings, the marble, the sheer exuberance, like overboard. Like you think of anything like the Buckingham Palace or Windsor Castle, or just think of this as them on steroids. Seriously, the amount of money, the paintings, the artists of the day, the sculptures in the garden, let alone what's in the house. The house is just ridiculous. And so I walked around there thinking, well, if I was alive in the day of this, I would want to cut off her head as well. So there's me thinking, yeah, the peasants of France that went for the royal family and cut off their heads, totally justified. Totally and utterly. And I don't agree with violence all the time, sometimes, but not all the time. But this is justified.
Weird, isn't she, boys and girls?
But seriously, you have to go there and see what I saw, and then you think, yeah, I'd cut off her head as well if I was alive then. But yeah, stick her body in.
And then Vivian went off to eat some cake.
No, I went off and ate some snails.
Let them eat snails, says
Let
Vivian.
them eat snails, yes.
But don't tell Guinevere that, because she likes her collection of snails.
I think it's only a certain breed of snail that they eat, isn't it? It's not any old snail.
No, you can eat the edible snails found in Europe, in Britain, and the old British and English name for it was the Dorsetshire wall fruit, because apparently the snails came from Dorset.
Isn't that where it all started, with an abbey in down south somewhere, that they were eating snails there? That's what I
No
heard.
idea, sweetie pie.
I don't know. But while I was there and looking at all the menus and stuff, there was not a frog leg to be had. No frog legs on the menu, just snails.
I quite like snails.
I do.
I mean, I don't anymore. I don't eat meat, but I won't eat anything with the central nervous system. But yeah, I quite like snails.
I had snails and champagne. Well, it was a special occasion, so we had snails and a few drinks, to celebrate as one does.
In other words, she got shit-faced, didn't she?
I did. I did. They have this thing over there at 5:30. Everything is happy hour for the people that come home from work. But happy hour goes on till about 9:30.
Not a good sign, boys and girls.
No, happy hour goes on till about 9:00. So it's not just an hour.
Can you imagine going out on the piss in Paris with Vivian? No.
It was funny as hell. Do you know what I found? People, if you get offended easily, cover your ears. They have down the side streets, they have like the usual European sex shops and things, all very well presented. But as we walked past, and we didn't realise it was a sex shop, we just stopped because there was this thing in the window shaped like the Eiffel Tower. And you could buy them.
God fucking mighty. I hate
trying to word it nicely. And he said, "Do you want one?" I went, "No, thanks." Keep walking.
Oh dear God. You really know how to. Like, that was me when you were away. I was feeling guilty the time I did a show when I was off my tits on artificial cannabis because I'd taken too much of it. And I was feeling guilty. But now, as soon as you come back, you're talking about French sex shops and you lower the tone below anything that me, V, and Ian could ever have done.
There was no masturbating monkeys in sight at all. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah, baby. How are you?
That's funny.
Yes, it was something to do with. I vaguely remember that after Henry VIII had been excommunicated by the Pope, the Pope then helped to fund some of the palaces in France just to piss Henry off.
Yeah. I think one of the we didn't go in it because I couldn't. To be honest, I couldn't be bothered. When you see one, I suppose you see them all. But there was one that Charles de Gaulle entertained dignitaries in. That was there in the gardens of Versailles, and that was a palace in itself. So you can imagine how big Versailles is. I didn't realize it was as big as what it was. But yeah, that I would go back. There is another chateau that I found, which is a bit further up from Versailles, and I can't pronounce it very well. My French is not good, but it begins with F. And basically, this chateau has a lot of pagan connotations to it. A lot of satanic statues. Well, I know of two, and the waterfall where sacrifices were made in the gardens, just off of the pathways. So I'd like to go and see that. It's very much Mason involved. I don't know as to how much, but I'd like to go there, see it for myself, go in the chateau and go around the gardens and spend time there. Only because I've not heard of anything, no castles, nothing like this, apart from in Saudi Arabia and the Arab states that have these pointers to otherworldly gods. Do you know what I mean? I mean, there was the one in Syria, which was the Temple of Beelzebub. But this one, being in Europe, I'm finding absolutely fascinating. I want to go and see it for myself and investigate that properly, if that makes sense.
I've not heard of that.
I'll have to get the name for you.
You've just got this. I've now got this song. It's Al Stewart's song, Palace of Versailles, and it's going round and round and round and round and round my head.
But it's a palace of it begins with F and ends in AUX.
Fontainebleau.
I don't know what it's called, but I want to go and see that.
Which actually means blue fountain, but
I don't know. But yeah, I will go back at some point. I need to get over this trip first, though. It has knocked the sales out of me. The catacombs. You have to be really fit and healthy before you even think about doing the old cataphile thing. So yeah, I am going to go back. I will find somebody to take me and do the cataphile thing. The thing is with that, though, it's about 2 days underground, at least. Maybe you've got to be prepared for it, and you've got to be able to sort of feed and water, drink water yourself, and yeah. So And having someone who speaks French would be handy as well, fluently.
Oh,
with a
God,
map.
Mikey.
Oh dear.
Oh, Vivian, I have missed you so much.
Oh dear. Well, that's my kind of trips, old bones and window shopping. Yep, you can come shopping with me if you like. I don't mind. Can you
Yes,
carry the bags?
that's not very nice, Robert, to have referred to Vivian as old bones.
Oh.
Terry likes your Queen T-shirt, but thought you were an Adamant groupie.
Yes, I went on Sunday and I saw him.
Did you
And
buy a shirt?
I've got a T-shirt. I've got a calendar. And I've also got a signed album.
Which album?
It's the Blueback Hussar or
Blueback
something.
Hussar, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very long, complicated title. Something. Adamant is the Blueback Hussar marrying the gunner's daughter.
That's the one. And the album's got the gunner's daughter on the front, and he signed it with love, Adamant.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah.
It's quite a good album, that.
Yeah. I am going to trace the autograph, lift it, and have the logo and his autograph tattooed on my arm. I'm thinking about it.
You are a weird, weird woman.
I am, but it beats having a tramp stamp, doesn't it?
Yeah. Thank you, Graham. Archie, you can go away. You don't get the biscuits until after the show.
Oh, I'm glad you're okay. Good, Sarah. I'm all right. I think Jonathan's all right. We just keep plodding on.
Look who wants their biscuits.
Look at them. Ah.
They are sat on my stomach. No, they're standing on my stomach, waiting for me to give them biscuits. Because in my bedside drawer, next to all my medicines and my walking stick, there's a plastic ice cream box which contains some doggy treats and some cat treats. And you're not having them. You can't I'm not having you on sort of live television eating dog food because you are such a messy and revolting eater, dog.
Look at that face.
Well, thank you, dear. What, mine?
Yours. So I came back and I've been writing, non-stop writing.
Yeah, Robert, that's Rennes le Chateau. And I want to go there. I really, really want to go to Rennes le Chateau. If I can find someone to push my wheelchair.
I'll push you, but not uphill.
No, you want to go to Rennes le Chateau, where the Holy Grail is supposed to be buried.
Should we dig it up?
Well, a mate of mine who you probably know. Do you know Rat Scabies from The Damned?
No.
The drummer. No, he's been fascinated with Rennes le Chateau and the Grail mystery for decades.
Invite him along. We'll get all pissed together and dig it all up.
Oh God, no! I'm not going. There's no way am I going through after Brexit, and there's no way am I going through French customs with somebody called Rat Scabies. Not happening, dear.
That'd be funny. Annette says she's still getting pissed yesterday for her 6th year. No, happy birthday, Nettie.
You certainly don't look 60, baby.
She don't, does she? She don't. She's looking good.
You look brilliant, Nettie.
Yep.
Hi, Nicola.
Hi, Nicola. Thank you very much. I'm back. We're just chatting shit like we normally do. Well, it's good shit.
Yes.
Mine and your conversations are.
Yeah, this is not, there is no theme for this episode. We're just burbling our normal crap, really.
Just catching up, really.
And look who else who's just come back.
No.
He stays here, looks at the biscuits, listens to what's going on for a few minutes, then goes off and chases the other cats up and downstairs, and then comes back to sit with his sister waiting for biscuits.
Oh, by the way, happy bonfire night.
Yeah, well, it is celebrating the only person who ever went into the Palace of Westminster with honest intentions.
Yeah. Do you know, when I investigated the Tower of London, yes, I'm one of the very few teams that went in and did an investigation at the Tower of London. But though it was 2 days before Richard III was reburied. And he didn't deserve to be reburied that. Anyway. So we were there and I stood near, it's called the Green, which is opposite the chapel in the Tower of London where Anne Boleyn's buried. And
The Green, isn't that where the ravens are?
no, it's where her beheading happened there, I think. There's a spot marked her, I'm sure it's her beheading that was there. Anyway, I was near that Green and I came away from everybody, and they're all wrapped up talking about Richard III. And I just called out to Guido and asked him, Guido, if you're there, can you let me know? And the response I got was, look what they did to my hands. Now, Guido, some people don't know who Guido is. Guido was Guy Fawkes. His name was Guido Fawkes.
That's this guy,
Yeah, this guy. And when it was played back to the yeoman warder, his face went white. It's like the blood drained from his face. And he said to me, can you send me that? And I said, you get everything, don't worry. He said, Vivian, he said they went to town on his torture. He said, when you hear it through history, then they talk about, you hear the historians and the TV shows talk about Guy Fawkes' torture. They play it down. They literally, at the beginning of his torture, he signs his name. Towards the end of his torture, and just before he pleads guilty to everything, they smashed his hands so badly that he couldn't hold a pen, and he had to, somebody put the pen or the quill in his hands, and he signed it with a cross because he couldn't even hold anything. His hands were gone. And so when I played that to him, look what they done to my hands, he just went, oh my God, you need to send that to me. I need to have it in the records here. I mean, they got a full report from us because we did get full apparition, partial apparition. We even got apparition of the two boys in the tower. It was a mad night, and everything went over to them, and it sits in their archives now. So they have a paranormal report 2 days before Richard III got buried, with the voice recording. We don't know. We're surmising it's Guy Fawkes, but it's a bit weird. It's a bit coincidental.
Good God.
Yeah, I know. So I liked Guy Fawkes. I thought he was a cool bloke, personally.
I tell you one thing that I have been thinking vaguely. I keep on forgetting to suggest this to you. But one time I'd like to go with you and your EVP stuff to the National Records Office in Kew.
Okay.
Because even though it's a relatively new building, and I very much doubt if there's anything important, anything in from the building. You've got all the most important British documents going back to the year dot, all in
Yeah.
the same place.
Yeah.
And you've got things like you've got, the Magna Carta and Charles I's death warrant and every piece of British history on paper.
Yeah.
I was there with Nick Redfern about, oh God, best part of 30 years ago. And we found ourselves sitting in a room because we were trying to write a book about weird stuff that happened in the Second World War. And we
Mm.
found ourselves sat down in this room, and we were reading the original pencil, not even in pen, diary of the man in charge of looking after Rudolf Hess in the war. And we
You're
were reading.
joking.
We're not. I'm not talking about microfiche. I'm not talking about
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
craft or anything. It was the original blue lined paper written in neat pencil handwriting of the diary of looking after Rudolf Hess. And I am sure that there are going to be so many things, so many emanations and spirits attached to all this shit that it would be
Yeah,
so interesting for you to do. And I
yeah.
just want to see what happens. I want to see what happens even if nothing happens, I'd be very surprised if nothing happened.
Well, do you know what? I mean, we had a bit of a national crisis here in Huntingdon on the trains this week, or
Yeah.
last week, I should say. And all this stuff came out in the press and blah de blah de blah. And don't get me wrong, absolutely awful. And it's a disgrace that man was able to do what he did. Thank God there were people that actually stood up to him. And if more people, more of us stand up to people like that, these people, half of them would have been, there wouldn't have been so many numbers, but people tend to run away from it rather than running to it. On Sunday night, I found myself, now this is 2 days after it happened, I found myself on the London Underground on the Northern Line. I got onto the carriage. I was at the back with my family. And further down the carriage was a man standing there with two katanas on his back. Now, people that don't know what a katana is,
Yeah, I was
a
just going to
katana
say.
is a Japanese style sword. He had two of them, one black one, one white one. They were both sheathed, but he was able to get on a tube with two katanas. What were the underground staff thinking, allowing him, because we would have had to go through turnstiles to get in to go down to the tube. So there was staff standing there. He's now allowed to get on a train. No one has confronted him. Of course, like Viv being Viv, noticed it. What the fuck? And then they all turned and looked at me as if to say, yeah, we see him, but we're not doing anything. Like, I just don't get it. We've had this happen, and yet people are still allowed on the tube with weapons. I just don't understand it. And they're all talking about, with CCTV and facial recognition. No, you need to put more staff on the stations that are willing to confront and stop these people from getting on. End of. Oh, sorry, that's my rant over.
No, I totally agree with you. I also think that the fact that the BBC buried that story is something that I find quite appalling.
Mm.
There was a YouTuber, a guy called Andy Edwards, who I actually first started watching him because he played drums with Robert Plant in a gig that I saw about 25 years ago. And he's a really good drummer.
Yeah.
But he's also got a political channel, which I find very interesting, even though I don't always agree with him. But he was saying that within 24 hours, this piece of news, which should have been on the front page of the BBC website, could only be found on the local news section on about page 3. And it had been replaced on the front page of the BBC website with some piece of crap about a reality TV show.
Sorry, guys, look, if you see this, it's
insane.
I gave up my vape. I've given up smoking. I've given up the vape. I'm now on patches, so I'm just.
I'm glad I'm not in the same room as her. She'd probably punch me.
Well, no, I've been quite calm because I'm still getting my hit of nicotine, but I'm slowly going to lose that, and that's when I'll get a bit crabby, I should imagine. So if any of you've got out there that's given up smoking and has no nicotine now and can send me any tips, please go ahead and private message me.
Well, the only tip is to keep at it.
Yeah.
My dad...
She's just said they're not supposed to let them through with stuff like that on show like that. It just shows you how shit security is. Exactly.
Yep. Agreed. Now, my dad was 80. He died just a couple of weeks after his 81st birthday, but this was coming up to Christmas, just when he was 80. And he said to me, I haven't got... He was in bed. He was actually in the same bed that I'm sitting in here with the dog. But he sat up and said, Jonathan, I love a cigarette. And I said, well, you can have one, Dad. I've got a pack of Benson Hedges in my pocket. He said, no, boy, I haven't had a cigarette since April 1960, and I'm not going to start again now. But he was still getting cravings.
Oh, wow.
45 years, no. Yeah, 45 years later.
Do you know what? I've had since during this month off, I've had some paranormal occurrences in my house, which I get from time to time. Let's take this out because this one's burning. I had...
Is that the patch?
No, it's a pouch that I put in my mouth under my lip.
With the patch?
With
the nicotine thing in?
Yeah, it's got nicotine in it. But that one was an extra strong one, too strong for me. Anyway.
Hang on. Forgive, before you go on to your story, can I see one of the pouches? It's not at all what I thought it was.
Okay, I'll show you one. This is not advertising, by the way. I'm not going to put a name up there, but here is one of them.
And have sense. Turn it on its side. And you just put that under my lip. Inside your lip.
Yeah.
Is it uncomfortable?
No. They come in different strengths.
No, because
everyone vapes and go to them. They're untested.
Back when I was a nurse, this was many years ago, that you could, when somebody was in serious pain, usually when they were terminally ill, you had a little pouch thing, which is you had a little pad thing, which you put under their tongue, which had a mixture of morphine and basically heroin in it.
Mm-hmm. I suppose there's a bit of that, I suppose, but not. It's just got nicotine.
No. I was assuming it wasn't, because you know what, when you hand roll cigarettes, you can get the white filters put in. It used to look like two of those little white filters put together, and that was what I was assuming. Sorry guys, I just got totally flummoxed when I saw her get out.
I must give people a warning. Those things are untested and It's just an aid to give up completely. So if you're thinking of using those, beware of the dangers before you start. Anyway, getting back to paranormal. So since I've given up smoking and vaping, and I've lived in this house 15 years, and I have never ever smoked in this house. It's always been get out in the garden, have your cigarette, it was like that. So I'm lying in my bed, and he's not with me. He's elsewhere doing whatever. And I can smell cigarette smoke. Now, it's cold. My windows are not open. I can smell cigarette smoke in the room with me. And it was very, very strong, to the point where I turned the telly off, turned the lights off, and just put myself to sleep. For the last 3 days, I have seen somebody standing just in the corner of my eye. I just keep catching him. He's standing in the doorway of my bedroom. And no doubt I'll see him again tonight. There's something going on, or it's about to crack off in my house again. I hate it when it gets like this. But all I'm aware of, it's a male. He's quite tall, and I can't see any features or anything. It's too quick. And I keep seeing it. So, yeah, I don't think it's the effect of those pouches. That this house is haunted, but not all the time. It sort of comes in fits and spurts. And I've been on air here and had someone in the room answering questions. Yeah, that's another story. You'll have to go back and rewatch that episode, because you can actually hear him answering the question that the person I was interviewing had asked me. It was just really weird.
That's massively peculiar.
Yeah, that happened, and I think it was the interview with what's his name? The guy from he sounds like he's from Birmingham, but he's not. Anyway, I've got menopause brain at the minute. Yeah, so yeah, something is happening in this house. One, it started off with the smell of cigarettes, and I wondered whether it was because I'd given up vaping, and I'm imagining this smell, and I can really smell it. But then it's been followed by somebody visit. They're not quite entering the room with me. They're just standing in the doorway, and I've been ignoring it because I know I don't know who it is. I don't have a good feeling about it. I don't have a bad feeling about it either. It's one of those where I'm very uneasy, so I won't sort of pursue it, if that makes sense.
I would suggest you cast a circle around your bed.
Do you know what? The thing is about my house, I have so many weird things in it, right? I have umpteen different types of Ouija board. I have things that have come over that I've got from Auschwitz. I've got bones. I've got a lot of animal bones. I've got a plaster cast. I've got a plaster cast of a human bone skull that came from the Czech Republic. I have all sorts in, and recently I bought a stuffed jackdaw. So I don't know, just maybe I'm putting it there myself. But the first day I moved into this house, before my stuff came into the house, something walked across the front of me and my mother. So it was here before I came here. So whether there's going to be a conflict, if the spirits are aware of each other, I have no clue. And I'm not going to get involved or start going into that right now.
Once again, for the second time this evening, go out and get a copy of Psychic Self-Defense by Dion Fortune.
Yeah.
In fact, I've got a PDF. I will see if I can find my PDF copy, and I will send it to you.
I've got something that is outside. I've got something that is inside that is welcome to remain. They were here long before me, and they will be here way back when I leave, I most probably will join them. But with regards to other things that happen in here, sometimes it has been aggressive. What I deem to be aggressive. Other times it's just a nuisance. Sometimes it scares me, and sometimes it's like, oh, what? Not you again? Like, leave me alone. You know, it's like that. And it's for me.
Just
It's
as you said, sometimes they can be a nuisance. A little muzzle and ears came over the top of my iPad and looked at me. It's Archie wanting biscuits. Funny little boy you are.
Oh dear. So apparently I've got a message saying they're having trouble streaming to Facebook. This may be an issue on Facebook end or was deleted on Facebook. We'll keep trying to let you know when if it's resolved. We've most probably said something we shouldn't be mentioning. I suppose it's the pouches.
It's either that was because I swore. If I swore, I do apologise.
Oh dear. I don't know. But yeah, so there's those things that have been going on in my house, and I don't think it's got anything to do with Halloween or anything like that. It's just it's a build up to something that's coming.
Did I tell you? I remember telling you that I had a film that I had, and one of my films was entered into the Weird Weekend North Film Festival.
Was it?
Yeah, film about I did a video diary basically of them using maggots on my feet.
Oh yes, I remember that. Yes.
Well, it was shown last weekend, and apparently
Was it?
three or four people went in horror and left the room. And another woman watched it all the way through with her face and hand in front of her mouth as if she was going to be sick. Which I'm very pleased about that. Oh, that's made my week. That has.
Glenn has said we were most probably cut off due to talking about Huntington and katanas on the underground. But this, honestly, this is what I saw, and I don't know. It's a weird thing. I think the world has gone mad. To be honest, the world has gone mad.
But at least if they cut you off for that rather than me saying fuck, that's what I was worried about. Like, fuck you, Facebook. One doesn't experiment, just see what happened.
Right, so we're gonna end early because it's my first one back, so break me in gently, and I've got a bad foot. So we're gonna end the show soon.
Oh, are we?
Yeah. But next week,
can I enjoy this?
Do you know, next week we have a man that we're going to interview, and I forget what. Oh yeah, his name is Mark Egerton, and he has a book in publication called Haunted Huntingdonshire, and he used to teach paranormal in what do you call it? Paranormal in like after school sort of thing, evening classes. So he's quite an interesting man. So we'll be talking about all things ghosties next week, Jonathan.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Do you know, just then you look like Brian Blessed then. There.
Well, you've seen the photo of me with Brian, haven't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Gordon's alive!
Gordon's alive.
The weird thing about Brian is he's so much shorter than you expect him to be.
Is he?
He's incredibly wide, and he's incredibly loud, and he's just Did you just see a little
Oh,
snout?
did you?
He's incredibly wide, incredibly loud, and he's enormous in every way except for his height. He's much shorter than you
My
expect him
friend,
to be.
well, Andy's friend, hit him with his car. And he stepped out into the road, and he got hit with his van, actually, his work van. And he jumped out of the van to have a go at this bloke that stepped out in front of him. And it turned out it was Brian Blessed. I'm so sorry there, dear fellow, and all this sort of stuff. And he's going,
I'm so sorry, dear fellow.
he didn't realise who he was. He's going, I'll give you fucking sorry in a minute. He said, trying to dent my van. It's a work van. I'd have to pay for that and all this sort of stuff. And then he realised that it was Brian Blessed he was swearing at. Funny.
I'm very fond of Brian. I've known him not very well. I've known him for, oh God, nearly 30 years. I loved him, man.
Yeah. Well, I suppose this week I'd better do a write-up for you.
You bloody well better, young missy. And if you're a very good girl, I will see if I can get Brian to come on the show.
Yes, get him on. Has he had any paranormal?
He's been hunting for the Yeti.
Has he?
Yeah, that's how I know him.
Bloody cold up there, I should imagine.
I mean, he is 87 now, so I don't know how many shows he does a year or I don't even know if you have to pay for them, whatever. But I saw him again about a month ago. He and I were on the same bill at the Strange Days Festival at the beginning of September. They've got somebody very big, but I'm not allowed to mention who it is.
Okay.
The headline next year.
Will I like it?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
It is. I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will like it. Unfortunately, I don't think Henge will be there next year, but Henge were absolutely fantastic. Best band I've seen live in years.
Well, I don't know. I've got my adamant thing going on at the minute.
You've had your adamant thing going on since you were 7.
Yes.
That's about 20 years, boys and girls.
I've got a signed, I don't even be able to see it, my head's in the way, sort of just there. I've got a signed photo. I've got one here and one downstairs.
Wasn't that nice?
I know.
Oh, for God's sake, animal.
So my next gig, I believe, is after Christmas, and it will be a band called Dogma. We've bought tickets, which are heavy metal nuns, sexy nuns.
For fuck's sake.
But 3 of them have walked out because of misogyny from their management. So we don't know whether the gig will still go ahead, but they have a character that they play as a nun, like a scary nun. Can you imagine Balak with a heavy guitar in her hand and singing? Wah, 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 wah. That's basically what it is.
Yeah. It sounds peculiar. So you've got to write them about that film here as well.
That's if they go ahead. But yeah, they were supposed to have been playing over here, but I don't know what's going to happen. But yes.
And where's your next one that you're performing at?
Who's performing at what?
You big coot.
I can't sing. Well, I'm going out on an investigation, hopefully on the 15th.
Giving lectures or whatever at.
I'm not lecturing. Nothing's been booked in yet. So if you want me, You better get in quick.
There's nothing I can say it's about without sounding completely offensive.
Well, the thing is, I get asked to go to the States. Maybe, I see. The thing is that that particular conference is at the end of the year, like this time of year, and it's not very nice there during this time of year. It's colder and miserable,
Well,
you know.
which
I'd rather
part?
go in the summer. That's Washington State.
Oh, bloody hell. It'll be
Oh,
cold,
that,
grey, and nasty.
yeah, yeah. But I enjoyed myself there when I went there. I mean, the people there running the conference, absolutely fantastic. The people that attend, really lovely. I've made some lifelong friends there. And I even had two of them come over in September, and I was with them for a few days showing them around. And they're lifelong friends now. So yeah, it's good. I mean, that was a few years ago when I met them over there. But we'll see. I don't know. I'm just too busy, like having fun and mucking around. My talks are absolutely amazing, though. People love them.
I'm sure they do, and I'm looking forward to seeing you at one of these events when it happens.
Nettie says we got cut off the minute I was talking about our visitor here. It's interesting,
Now,
isn't it?
oh, bloody hell. Okay, going back to Nettie, you're a darling. Thank you for making me think of that. Your visitor that you see.
Yeah.
Do you see anything apart from shadow? A shadow? Do you see any
I see
details?
white light. I can see the clothes that's being worn. I can see the hair. I can't clearly see the face. I see the face, but not clearly. And and it's a him, and he's standing in my doorway.
I say this because, but was there anybody in the audience who was here when me and Ian and V interviewed Matthew Williams at the beginning of October? Because then we were talking about shadow people, and we had the most appalling connectivity problems. Earlier that same day, I was interviewing Abby Dent about shadow people and got complete connectivity problems for keeping on everything packing up. And I've had the same thing with somebody else I was interviewing about shadow people. So I wonder if somehow shadow people don't like technology, or do like technology but don't like us using it.
Don't know. I don't know. I know that the thing in this house loves technology and loves talking over it. So who knows? Who
I
knows?
think we'll. So what does he talk through?
He spoke through this microphone very clearly and answered a question.
Okay, let's ask him if he's there.
He's
And
not
he
here now. He's not here now.
Oh,
I get the sense. I mean, it's usually when I'm in the house on my own. And for the listeners at that particular night and the people I were interviewing who actually heard it, and they were encouraging it. And I just said, please don't, because I'm here on my own. You know, if I had Andy in the house or somebody else was in the home with me, a little bit different. But where I'm on my own, it's just a totally different kettle of fish.
I can imagine that. I really want to experiment with that sometime.
I'll send Andy out, and you can, so long as he comes back. So I'm not on my own all night. That's fine.
Well, send Andy out to the pub, and then you can give him a ring when you've finished.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I wonder if the entity, whatever it is, would know that Andy was just a phone call away and wouldn't come play ball. Would that be interesting to find out?
Yeah. I mean, I've been outside in the garden and Andy left outside having a cigarette. Andy had left. And can I just disappear for 1 second and I'll come back? Gotta go. Just two secs.
See, it's doubled in time already. It was 1 sec, now it's 2 secs, and now she's disappeared. So what I'm going to do is to hand you over to my co-host, who isn't working. What's happened here? Yes, my co-host, Archibald, who is here just being Archibald, really. So, Archibald, what do you think about the show so far? What was your favourite bit? Oh, he's now disappeared. And Lilith Tinkerbell's looking like she doesn't approve at all. So I'm back again now. Filling with all the dead air, filling in the dead air while Mrs. Powell just gallivants around the countryside. She's back. She's back, she's back, she's back.
I'm back.
Hello. Hello.
Sorry about that, guys. I had to go. The medication's not good.
Oh, tell me about it.
Yeah, so yes, when Andy had driven off to go, he went on a course somewhere and he'd been gone about 15 minutes or so ish, it seemed like that. And I heard my back door open and close. And then where I was sitting outside behind the kitchen window, see the shadow from inside the kitchen cross the kitchen. So I called Andy, no answer. I went into the house through the back door, calling Andy, no answer. I went through every room in the house and Andy wasn't in it. And there was nobody in the house apart from me. That was a bit unnerving, but I heard the back door open and close. It's quite distinctive. It's a UPVC door. Yeah.
Oh, I do want to do some experiments on this.
So this is my house. And it's just like, and I said to people, oh, good God, this ghost has come in from the outside and gone into my house now. And nobody believed me until one day Dan was here and he saw something in the garden. He said, who's in your garden? I went, no one. He went, there is. And he went up to the window and watched them. Yeah.
Bloody hell, and Dandel is one that's complaining that nothing ever happens to him.
Yeah.
That's at least the third story you've told me about something, Dan seeing something.
Yeah. See, my house is built on a Roman villa.
Oh, wow.
It's built on top of, and the villa is still underneath it. They didn't dig it up, do anything with it. It's on underneath my house.
There's a river underneath mine.
Nice.
Well, it isn't. It means that the house is continually damp. But it's a large stream rather than a river that goes underneath the house.
Oh, wow.
You've got to come and see it before we before I start it.
Definitely.
Because it's ghosts.
We've done nearly an hour and a half
already, and you said we were going to knock off early tonight.
Yeah, well, how did that last half an hour run away with us?
I don't know, but we've got 9 minutes left to give the boys.
Oh, we might as well carry on for 9 minutes.
We might as well, but I knew we would, because you and I always just sit and talk crap.
Oh yeah, we could talk for England here.
I have a couple of people lined up as guests that I will put on. I'll tell you when I've firmed them up, but I've got a couple of people in the pipeline who are quite interesting.
Well, I have some news for the people listening. I might have, well, I'm trying to get a very, very special guest, and it would be a first for our network if I can get him on. I'm not going to say any more than that. I am very excited, and I know Jonathan's quite interested. And I'm in the talking stage with him to see if he'll come on our show. But when we do get him on our show, it will be quite a serious conversation that we will be having. We won't go into too finer details, but the
And
subject.
I doubt whether there'll be too much fucking about in that at the
No,
same time.
I'm a bit scared of him, to be honest. but
I'm a bit scared of him.
but it will be a fantastic show if he says yes. So we are trying to bring you some varied and interesting guests to the show. So please bear with us. But next week we definitely have a lovely man called Mark Egerton. He used to live locally to me. I don't think he lives around here anymore, but we'll have a good old chat with him about places around Huntingdonshire that are haunted, like, for instance, Hinchinbrook House, and some other notable spots. Because I'm from around the same area, it's just an interesting conversation to be had, and it will give Jonathan an insight as to where I live, what it's all about, and will he come up
Sounds
here
great.
and
I'm
spend some
looking
time?
forward to that.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that massively. And we have got a lady who's abducted by aliens who is in the pipeline. I'm just trying to find her. I'm just trying to find the right time, the right date for her.
And then you got the last Wednesday of the month show.
The last Wednesday of the month show this coming month, is our special guest is Alison Jonlin, who not only is the new person in charge of CSZ America, but she is also she's the one lady behind the Paranormal Women website and podcast. She has been collecting biographical details of all the female researchers into what is vulgarly known as weird shit that you can find going back for hundreds of years. And she's a fascinating woman. She's got all sorts of interesting stories to tell. And she does all sorts of interesting things with her own life as well. She told me last time I interviewed her that she is really, because she runs a ghost tour company in America, and she's basically a professional weirdo, which means she's got to fit in fine on this show. And
Oh yeah,
I'm sure that Vivian will adore her because she's very, very adorable.
the weirder the better, as far as I'm concerned.
Well,
Jonathan,
you missed some quite weird people while you were away.
Lemonardo. Do you know that person?
Lemon
Lemonardo.
soda, lemon soda, fizzu, Jonathan, and no, you didn't. I've never been to a fairy con.
What's a furry con?
Um, it's a convention for people who like dressing up as animals.
Oh, is it now?
I've never been to one. Yes, I have a chicken head that I wear on occasion.
I have a crow head.
Yes. But no, sorry, Lemonardo, I think you got me wrong. But
No.
thank you for saying hello anyway.
Mistaking you for somebody else.
Yeah, well, I suppose I've got an awful lot of fur, so. The
Yeah, I
only
think
time
that's
I've
it.
ever had anything to do with furries, I was giving a lecture at an evening presentation at the Royal College of Art. And this was, oh Christ, 15 years ago. And there were some very sweet young people wearing cat ears and cat tails that were radio controlled and stuff. And they came up and they were very sweet and kind to me and bought a few books off me and asked my autograph. They were lovely. That's the only time I've ever had anything to do with fairies.
Fairies. Do you know what? They just sound like bloody weirdos. You're being too nice. I'm sorry, that's just me. I'm going to get us banned completely. You watch, Jonathan.
No, I mean, I don't think furries are a protected characteristic under the Equalities Act. So I don't think you're going to get busted for it. But I've spent an awful lot of my life with people thinking I was a complete weirdo.
I'm
And
working
so
on a movie script about fairies.
Oh, cool. I think I'm just trying to be tolerant to people, whether or not I understand it. Like one of my nieces is now my nephew. I don't understand at all. I just do not compute. It doesn't understand, but they are much happier. They're much happier as a boy than they were as a girl. So,
but that to me is, Jonathan, that to me is somebody changing their sex because they were born in the wrong body. They're born and live life as either a man or a woman. But fairies, oh, come on. Really? Thinking that you're an animal?
Well, remember, I dress up as Hennis on a regular occurrence. But no, I don't understand the furry thing, but it doesn't do me any harm. So
no. Well, just to let you know, this one guest that we're trying to get on our show
is not a furry.
Is nothing like that, and he might be known to some people as something else. But when he comes on our show, he will be by his name and his name only, and that's it. He's a very interesting man. I can say that, but we will be on our best behaviour. Definitely.
Yes.
If he comes on.
Even I will behave myself.
Yes. I think I'm too scared. But right. So anyway, Jonathan.
Yes.
It's 1:30 the hour.
Yes.
So, do you want to say anything before we go?
Yes, it's a very interesting show we have on Saturday on CFZ TV for the on the track. It's the second part of a investigation that's ongoing with a young lady called Romy, who I think you've met, Viv.
I know Romy, yeah.
Yeah, Romy, and it's her story in depth, and it's very, very interesting. 3 o'clock, PFZ TV on YouTube Saturday afternoon.
Yes.
Apart from that, if you want to make me a happy man, you can buy my new record. And if you don't want to make me a happy man, you don't have to. And I will see you next week.
And they can buy your new record from the CFZ website?
I believe it's on there, but it's also on Bandcamp. The record's called The Last Visible Dog. It's a double album with 20 songs on it, which you may or may not enjoy. If you don't enjoy it, we'll give it to somebody who does.
I love it already. Right. I'm going to say goodbye, and we will see you next week, hopefully.
I look forward to it. Bye-bye, sweetie pie.
Time to go home, time to go home from your simply spooky adrenaline ride. Time to go home, time to go home, even if you're terrified. Goodbye. Time to go home, time to go home. Vivian and her weird friends are all going home. Time to go home, time to go home. Vivian is waving goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.